Hi everyone, this is Shanshan. Today I want to discuss with you the topic of print, digital, physical, and introduce my favorite contemporary illustrators and their works, and appreciate their painting tones and techniques. First of all, the first illustrator I like is Isozaki Nana. Nana is an illustrator from Japan. She is good at using a combination of hand-painted and digital painting to create works, and her work has a strong personal style. I am immersed in her world of colors. I always think that color matching is the soul of our work. Nana's color gives me a lot of inspiration, and how to accurately express emotions with colors is a very important thing. I also extracted the main colors in Nana's work, like this and this, and which will be of great help to my own creation. I may be able to put these beautiful colors I used in my work. The second illustrator is Holly Warburton. He's an illustrator and animator. Holly uses digital painting to create the texture of an oil painting, and Holly is good at depicting the relationship between light and shadow through strong colors and injecting ordinary things into the soul. I like his brilliant use of colors, and they're very harmonious. Every time I see his paintings, I am attracted. The next illustrator is Dadu Shen. He uses physical methods to complete his work. I saw from the Instagram that he used an electric pen to draw in the painting video he released. I find this very interesting, and this unique way of painting gave me a lot of ideas. Maybe I can try new ways to paint. But I haven't an electric pen, so I used the most primitive way to collect one by one. And finally, this is my experiment. I found that though it was very interesting, but it was really tiring and slow. So I tried to use two pens at the same time to speed up my work. This is the process of my painting, and I also try to add a little color effect to it, like this one, the green one. And finally, I imported the pictures into Photoshop, added background and color gradients in it, and then set to get the effect of these pictures. I like them very much because I think they are magical. This is Chromola. She uses a combination of ink pens and watercolor pens to create. Use water to blur the color of the pen to enrich the picture. And the characters in her pictures are always strangers, which gives me a lot of inspiration. I found it very interesting, so I also tried some things. In this picture, I draw an animal whose body is insect, but its head is a human head. He also has his own little wings. Like an OK gesture, I used ink, watercolor paint, pen, and marker to paint. But I don't think the picture comes out pretty. It may be that I haven't mastered the method of combine ink and watercolor. So the picture looks a bit dirty. I will try more later. In my second and I used Photoshop and this one. The next artist I like is Terribles. She's a painter. She's good at using black humor ways to record her daily life. I selected some of her cartoons about small problems that girls encounter in daily life. The characters in her comics are based on herself, and I think she's as cute as in the comics. These small details are all expressed through comics in here, and I think very funny. Just like this one. She describes the process of a girl cutting her buns. The girl always cares about her hair. From the beginning to the end, the hair falls out. And there are also these two, the little cartoons about breathing tea and increasing acne. I think it resonates very much. This is not only her troubles, but also my troubles. I always think, yes, I think so too. Why can't I draw it? I think maybe it's because I usually let go of some small ideas easily. And she always inspired me to continue to enrich my sketchbook and record my thoughts. These two are also her daily record of her mood changes and getting up. I think this is everyone's daily life, and art really comes from life. I really like the story of her pictures and her humor. The last illustrator I want to introduce is Fu Lu, an illustrator from China. I learned about her from the Chinese social media Weibo, and she uses rice paper and rock color to create. Most of the characters in her works come from traditional Chinese culture. I like her work very much. It has Chinese style. So I started her creation and drew some things from my favorite Chinese fantasy film, The Legend of the Diamond Kate, using resin paper and watercolor pens, and finally imported Photoshop to enhance the colors. And in summary, I think contemporary illustrations also contain many techniques, such as 3D printing, printmaking, and other forms. But for myself, I prefer traditional pens. So the illustrators I introduce mostly use traditional techniques to create. But it is also very useful to understand and learn more forms of painting techniques. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.